Hey folks, C. Rachana Ranade here, and I welcome you all to a very important video. And today's video has become way more important because of the current market momentum. Everyone knows that market has gone beyond the mark of 25,000, and the conversations among investors have totally changed. Up until few weeks ago, investors were asking that, oh my god, how much more the market will fall. And from there, we have gone to now the market momentum is so strong, which is the right stock to buy. That is what the people are discussing right now. But I say that before choosing a stock, it's very important to KYS. You might be like, Rachna, we know what is KYC. What is KYS? I know KYC is know your customer, but KYS is know yourself. Because if you know which type of investor you are, you can choose an investment strategy that suits yourself, right? So in today's video, we are going to understand which are the different investment strategies, and based on these investment strategies, you can design a portfolio that suits your investment style. Towards the end of the video, I'm going to give a pro tip. So please keep on watching the video till the end. Before we move on, a quick shout out to our first ever Marathi live event, which is Har Ghar Investor. That's going to happen in Nashik. You can see the details on screen. You're going to learn a lot of things, something like how much money you need for retirement, how to build long term wealth using stocks and mutual funds. And of course, in this bullish momentum right now, everyone wants to know what is my target of Nifty. That is also what I'm going to tell in this section, in this session. So, a lot of education, a lot of fun, a lot of selfies, so many things which are going to happen. So, please don't forget to book your seats. The link is there in the description box and in the pinned comment. So see you soon at Nashik on the 1st of June. So as mentioned just now, we are going to talk about three investing styles today. We are going to talk about value investing, growth investing, and momentum investing. But first, let's get kick started with value investing in a fun-filled manner. अरे आजकल कस्टमर को क्या चाहिए ना उनको खुद को नहीं पता रहता है और बोलते हमको है रुक एक और एक आ गया हाँ रखती हूँ बाय बाय हाँ हाँ आई आई
बहन जी थोड़ा बोतल दिखाइए मुझे।
ये देखो एकदम अर्दन एकदम बहुत अच्छी है और सिर्फ 500 रुपए को है।
अच्छी तो है लेकिन महंगी है, थोड़ी सस्ती वाली दिखाई ना।
अच्छी लगी ना ये तो कलर भी एकदम सेम है देखो ये तो 250 में है बोलो।
नहीं नहीं बहन जी बजट कम है थोड़ा, और थोड़ी सस्ती वाली दिखाइए।
इससे एकदम कम प्राइस वाली देती हूँ, ये लीजिए 10 रुपया।
नहीं बहन वैसा नहीं, मुझे कोई हटके ऑप्शन है क्या कोई और?
हटके मतलब एकदम ही हटके ऑप्शन है, ऐसा नल खोलो और ऐसा करके डायरेक्ट पानी पियो।
नहीं बहन जी वैसा नहीं, मुझे सस्ती और मस्त बोतल चाहिए। वो कोने में बोतल दिख रही है, वो निकालो थोड़ी ऊपर।
अच्छा ये लेकिन पुरानी है ना इसीलिए क्लियरेंस में है, वो लास्ट ईयर का है।
नहीं नहीं मुझे चलेगा, बोतल तो सेम ही है। मुझे सस्ते में और मस्त चाहिए बोतल, यही पैक कर दीजिए।
ये पैक करूं?
इसे कहते हैं सस्ते में मस्त और इसे कहते हैं वैल्यू इन्वेस्टर।
Now first and foremost, let's understand the simple meaning of what do we mean by value investing. This is an investment strategy where you try and find out undervalued stocks which are trading below their intrinsic value. Okay. Now, a big question is how do we find such stocks which are trading below their intrinsic value? Of course, for that, you will have to go to the valuation methods, something like PE, PB, and whatnot. We're going to talk about that. But first and foremost, let's try and understand is there any parallel example for that? Okay, so first we'll take the example of cricket so that you can immediately correlate, and then we'll come to the example of stock market. Now you can imagine this that there is a batsman who has performed really well in the IPL of 2021, 2022, and 2023. But in the year 2024, there was a bad patch for that player and he did not score a lot of runs. Okay. Now, what happens during 2025 auctions is that this player is available at a cheaper value. Why is that so? Because recently that player has not been performing well. But now, if you are an auctioneer of a mindset that I'm not looking at this player only from one season's perspective, I'm looking at this player from a longer term view. So, because he has proved himself for the past 3-4 years, it's just that 1 year it was a bad patch for him doesn't mean that he's a bad player. And that is the reason why I would want to invest in this player when he's available at a cheaper valuation. Okay, so I hope you have understood the IPL auction example. Now, a parallel example can go for a stock. Assume that the stock is fundamentally really strong. It has a good sales growth. It has good whatever profit growth is also nice. Overall debt, cash levels, everything are good. The problem is that this quarter's profitability was badly hit. Now you have to first and foremost understand the reason why the profitability went down. Let's take a simple example that the company was actually importing raw material from Ukraine. Let's date this example back in 2022. Okay, assume the company was buying raw material from Ukraine, and because of the war, there were no shipments or they were not able to procure raw material from Ukraine. Now they had to find out for alternate solutions from other countries or even from within India, but they got it at a higher price. Now in such a case, what will happen? Because the raw material price increases, the profitability is going to decrease. Now I, as an investor, should I be immediately saying that the stock is bad? No, the stock is not bad at all. Fundamentally it's a good stock. Problem is with the current scenario. Now, do you think that this phase will pass? If yes, these stocks are now available at a bargain. Now, as in 2022, when there are problems with the company, temporary problems with the company, typically share prices drop, and that is when you should actually try and aim for buying those stocks. Okay. Now, what else can you also check? Check that in the management presentation, in the con calls, has the management given any future guidance? Now if the management says that yes, we understand that the profitability had gone down, but we believe that in the coming quarter or two we should be able to resolve our raw material availability problems and we should go back to our previous profit percentage levels or previous EBITDA margins. Now if that be so, you should have more confidence in the stock and you should try and pick up such stocks when they are available at cheap bargains. So all in all, what have you understood? We understood the meaning, what is value investing. We understood the example of cricket. We understood that customers example also. And I gave you how does this play out in the stock market scenario. But then you'll be like, how would I know whether a stock is available at a cheap valuation or not? Is an kind of checklist. Absolutely yes. There could be multiple criteria that you can set forth for yourself, but I'm giving you a guideline. Number one, as I said, the current valuation has to be lower than the intrinsic value. So PV, PE both have to be less. PE should be ideally lower than 15. If lower than 10, why not? Lower, the better. PB should be less than 1.5. Again, less than 1, why not? Then now you should check about the basic fundamentals. Cash flow from operations, it has to be positive. You have to check the debt levels, whether they are manageable or not. If debt to equity ratio is low, at a lower side, less than 1, good. 0, fantastic. Okay. Also check the promoter holding. In spite of all these things, if the promoter has a continuous holding, promoter has not sold his holding, in that case it's a good sign. If promoters have in fact increased their holding, it's a way better sign. But in spite of all these things, current market sentiment should be negative for the stock. Then and only then you are going to get it at a cheaper bargain. Okay, so I hope you have understood this entire concept of value investing. In the next section we'll understand about growth investing. हाँ जी, बताइए क्या आपको कौन सा क्या देखना है आपको?
मुझे एक वाटर बॉटल चाहिए थी।
ये लीजिए, एकदम सस्ता है, बस 250 रुपए में।
अरे सस्ता का कोई टेंशन नहीं, आप जरा मुझे फीचर्स है ऐसी कोई तो बॉटल दिखाएं।
फीचर्स, ये लीजिए, अर्दन पॉट एकदम बढ़िया है।
वो अर्दन डिजाइन मतलब इसमें पानी ठंडा होगा।
हाँ।
वो अभी चल रहा है विंटर सीजन, बाद में आएगा समर सीजन और तभी तो हमें ठंडा पानी लगेगा ही।
और आपको बता दूं, अभी ग्लोबल वार्मिंग का टॉपिक निकल गया है, तो बाद में टेंपरेचर जाएगा 40, 50, 60 डिग्री, बाद में ठंडा पानी तो सोने से भी महंगा बिकेगा। तो ये बॉटल की कीमत 10,000 हो जाएगी। अभी 2,800 ले लो, जो भी है, पर मुझे एक बॉटल चाहिए।
बस, ये मैं आपके लिए पैक कर देती हूँ, 10% एक्स्ट्रा।
इसे कहते हैं ग्रोथ इन्वेस्टिंग, हम दूर की सोचते हैं।
Now let's first and foremost understand the meaning of growth investing. This is where you invest in companies which have a future growth potential. So currently the company has not proven itself to a great scale. It's good, no second thoughts on that. It's good, but it's yet to explore its true potential. Okay, now let me give you a simple cricket nahi. Now let's take a Bollywood example and understand. Okay, assume that we are talking about Vicky Kaushal as a stock. When Vicky Kaushal came up with his first movie, which was Masan, it was critically acclaimed, but he didn't become a superstar overnight. Now assume that I thought that okay, Vicky Kaushal seems to be a very promising actor. Let me sign him up for CRR brand example. Okay, now you can imagine at that point in time, I would have signed him at a very low cost. Correct? Then what happened? After I think a year or year and a half, his second movie released, which was Razi. Okay. In Razi, his acting was definitely, praised by a lot of people, but the center of attraction was Alia Bhatt. Her acting was, talked about way more as compared to Vicky Kaushal. But still, he was on a growth path in that movie as well. And you know what happened after Uri? everyone started to talk about Vicky Kaushal as a talk of the town. His Josh was high, sir, right? And if any person would have then signed him for a brand deal after Uri, I'm sure the amount of brand deal could have gone way higher. And now don't even ask about Chava. Now the price that he is going to quote for even a single advertisement is going to be way higher than he being a brand ambassador of any company. So all in all, what is this concept of growth investing? I hope now you have understood. You identified a good actor at an early stage, signed him up for 5-10 years, and when you discovered the true potential, you're like, okay, bus, I've actually ensured that I got a very nice growth path. Now, if I were to compare Vicky Kaushal with some stock now what do I look out for? The stock is good. So please understand, in Masan also his acting was good. It is just that people had not yet realized his full potential. If you're talking about a stock, you have to identify the stock is good. I believe that if the stock is able to unlock, if the company is able to unlock its true potential, it can actually become a multi-bagger. Now, how do I identify such growth stocks? Is there any checklist? Is there any cheat sheet? Yes. Step number 1, you have to ensure that their sales growth and profit growth are at least 15%. Now, why am I saying this? It cannot be a company with negative sales growth, means acting is only bad. Right now, I'm saying that acting has to be good. So, similarly, sales growth has to be good, profit growth has to be good, return ratios have to be good, ROE, ROC, they have to be more than 15%. Company should be able to manage its capital well. Debt to equity ratio should be less than 0.5. I mean, lower the better. Less than 1, less than 0.5, 0. So, why not? Very important. It should have a good industry position also. If an industry leader, why not? But even if it's fast growing, like I said, Vicky Kaushal was, let's say, not even in top 20 actors in India back when Masan was released. When let's say when Uri was released, I'm sure he came into top 5. And now after Chhawa, I'm sure people would definitely argue that he's like the top number 1 actor in the current scenario right now. That's how he was a fast growing actor. Similarly, you have to identify a stock which is growing high up in the industry position. In simple terms, assume that the market share that the company had was, let's say, only 20%, and it grows from 20% to, let's say, 60% market share. That's what I'm talking about as industry position. Brand distribution, it should have a brand or distribution, it should have a strong moat. The product should be good, it should have a very good position good proposition for sell as well. And very important, it should have a visionary management. The management should have absolute clear thoughts. This is where we are, this is where we plan to be after 3 years, after 5 years, whatever. If management has a clear vision, there are great chances that the stock will perform in the future. But I hope you have understood that growth investing is not like a trading kind of a strategy, that you buy that stock today, you sell it tomorrow. No, this is where even again patience is going to come into play. So this is again for a medium to long term investor. हाँ जी, बताइए आपको क्या दिक्कत?
मैम मुझे ट्रेंडिंग पानी की बोतल चाहिए।
ट्रेंडिंग ये है एकदम तकतकी ट्रेंडिंग, और ये है एकदम ठंडगार ट्रेंडिंग।
मैम ये तो बहुत लोकल हो गया, मुझे कुछ अच्छा दिखे, नया वाला दिखाइए। इसे कहते हैं हम टम्बलर।
Now let's understand what is momentum investing. Now I'm sure when you looked at the small skit, you understood that these are investors who are only invested in the latest trend, something like tumblers. Now, when I saw on Instagram, I saw a few reels or images of Bollywood heroines, and while going to the gym, they were carrying tumblers, and I heard that these are like crazily priced, above 15,000, above 20,000. I mean, it's beyond my imagination. Anyways, but that is what it is. There's a trend. When the trend is on, there are a lot of people who want to jump on the trend, who want to jump on the bandwagon. Even I've done that, not for the tumblers, but for Ghibli art. That was a momentum, that was a trend, and I'm sure everyone was talking about Ghibli's just up until last 1 month ago or whatever. How long did the trend last? How long did the momentum last? 1 day, 2 day, 1 week, 2 weeks, nothing more than that. Today, no one is talking about Ghibli. So, what is important? If you are riding on a momentum, if you are riding on a trend, it's very important that you get in at the right time and you get out at the right time. So, I hope you have understood momentum investing is not for long-term investors. It's for a short-term investing. बहुत हो गया तो भी एक momentum, a swing trading kind of a thing. But it is not at all something like a long-term investing strategy. Okay, pretty short in nature. So, how can I, as a trader, identify some technical analysis related parameters so that I understand that yes, this is the right momentum, this is the right trending stock. Why am I using technical analysis right now? Because fundamental analysis can be used typically for medium to long term investing. Technical analysis is mainly used for short term in nature or swing trading, something of that, right? I hope everyone by now knows that we already have fundamental analysis and technical analysis on our website rachnaranade.com. I have gotten so many feedbacks till date that now in this current market we are able to invest without even having a word with Tipendra category friends. Just by doing fundamental analysis and technical analysis courses, we are able to take the decisions on which stock to buy, when to sell, everything. So if you want to invest in knowledge, don't forget to visit our website, link in description, pinned comment, and also don't forget to use the coupon code as well. Back to the checklist now for momentum investing. Very important. Now, what you have to check is that there is a strong uptrend. So you have to have a higher high and a higher low for that stock. Second thing, that the volume should be good. People should be interested in this stock. So that is where you can see that yes, there's a big volume candle. That signifies that yes, with a good volume, a good price move, the stock can ideally trend upwards. Third thing, you should have a fantastic breakout. Breakout could be above like something like a 52-week high, or there could be a breakout from a zone and now it is ready for a higher price level. Very important thing, it should ideally be above the key moving averages, something like a 200-day moving average, something like a 50-day moving average. That shows a better strength in that stock. But extremely important is that you should have an exit strategy as well, because there is a possibility that you enter a you are doing that jet surfing is what it is said, I guess. The wave is starting, sea wave is starting, you jump on that, it's at the highest point, that is where you have to actually exit the stock, because otherwise if the wave crashes and then you want to exit, what's the use? So sell strategically, you should have a proper exit plan when you are going to sell. And if the wave doesn't actually rise to the level that you wished, it just starts to rise and it just subsides there itself, in that case you should also have an exit strategy or a stop loss plan. Basically, it could be something like a previous swing low, it could be based on moving averages or whatever. So I hope you have understood how to identify momentum stocks. And if you did, now in the last concluding part, I'll tell you which style of investing is important for which investing strategy. Well, I hope you have very clearly understood the difference between what is a value investing strategy, what is a growth investing strategy, and what is a momentum investing strategy. As a pro tip, always remember that when it is about value investing, it's like you are identifying a stock which is underrated right now. For a stock to go from being underrated to going to its true potential, that's not going to happen overnight. So ideally, such value investing category stocks should be a part of your core portfolio, which is going to be there as a long term part of your portfolio. And if it is about momentum investing, for momentum investing, it is like you just ride on the trend and you get off the trend when you feel that the buzz is just fading away. So for momentum investing, that stock or such stocks could be a part of your satellite portfolio. They come in your portfolio when the buzz is there and you exit that, you take it out from your portfolio before the overall buzz fades off. So I hope you have learned a lot in today's video. If you did, please don't forget to share this video with your friends. Please don't forget to smash the like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye-bye.